So we were showing our 4th season. Now that I think back on that, to think that we had the audacity to think like, oh, we're ready to show during New York Fashion Week after 4 seasons. I don't know if it's because I'm the oldest child or it's because I'm dyslexic. For whatever reason, I've just always listened to my gut. Let's strap ourselves to this rocket ship and see what happens. My heart was pounding and I knew what was at stake, and I knew that we had leveraged our future on this show. Maybe 10 minutes before the show, I got a phone call that Kanye West was on the way. That was like, God, called. Hey, I'm gonna come check you out. Like, what? People will talk about this stuff that's maybe emotional and that you could be afraid of. But the other side of it is, if you do this and you have a hit, luckily I have awesome business partners who are also lifelong friends. They were there when I was driving my grandmother's car, driving around doing production myself.
We've been friends since the 5th grade.
We talk probably 50 times a day.
He would knock on my door every single day with no appointment. That really told me something that, this guy might have something.
There's supreme confidence and belief in each one of us. When you have that, you have a team that really feels empowered to, take risks and run their element of the business like it's their own. Running through Vietnam was the 2nd show. It was so challenging because it was all about creating washed texture. So right before the show, we got the blue story back and it was purple. And literally every person was like, well, we're like, this is just what we're gonna have to show. And I was like, no, there's no way. 3 nights in a row till 6 o'clock in the morning, the sun was coming up, recutting that whole story. And the blue story came in and it was perfect. Went back to the apartment and I just danced around that collection by myself. And I was like, I love this. The growth after that collection was insane. We signed on with Bergdorf Goodman, picked up Barney, Saks, Mr. Porter.
The traffic to the website went up.
Probably our best day to date was the day we released denim. Within maybe 7 to 10 minutes, most of the popular sizes were gone.
This is like my second bed. It all runs through me. Our design team is myself, Nobu, and Kumi. It's 3 people, and we're pumping out full collections with footwear and accessories. Can we 2-ply the rib? Just so it holds this right here.
Right, so I think what we have to do is, you'll come up with crazy ideas, and our job is to make that happen.
Other than that, it's incredible.
We can adjust the drape we custom make fabrics. It's not easy. It's not the most cost-efficient way to do it, but we do it because we believe that really makes difference.
Ooh. I could cry talking about Nobu. That's my guy. That's like my brother. I watch him spinning yarns, and what that will do to a texture of a French terry.
This is probably the most challenging piece.
It was one of the most challenging pieces of the entire
collection, yes.
After the Vietnam show, I wanted to try and come back down to earth a little bit. We started this company with $30,000, so long nights with no food and no hope, no guarantee that this is gonna work, and that can put you in a dark place out of fear. I really want to try and tell an eerie story with this collection. We typically start with texture. We drew inspiration from a Japanese stitching technique called sashiko stitching. It's all hand stitched. People think that this is a print, but it's actually a knit, and then it's completely waterproof. This is what we call cake mock. It's a wool French terry. When you wash it, the wool actually seeps through and creates this eerie, almost fog look. I wanted to try to tap back into that fear and really try new techniques, new silhouettes. I wanted to push myself over that line. I never thought that this was gonna happen. I never thought that it would ever get this big, but life really hasn't changed that much, honestly. I don't really want to let headlines or what people think get into my head, because then you start doing it for that.